The gate was $6.6 million. Fight of the night was Thompson and Luque. Performance of the night was Corey Anderson and Kevin Lee. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them.
But I just want to get your thoughts on the main event as a whole and what you thought about the stoppage.
Yeah, you know what happens in this game? These things happen. At first, I was bitching and pissed off, and I said, you know, then stop the Tyson Fury fight, and that cut was nasty and whatever. Then I walked back and I saw Nate Diaz, and his eyebrow was literally flipped over in front of his eye, and he had another huge gash under his eye. And then I started thinking, you know, it's easy sitting over there in my chair thinking, you know, the fight shouldn't be stopped. And the reason we love Diaz so much is because, you know, he's so tough and durable and everything else. But I don't know. These things happen, and didn't look good. Yeah, it didn't look good.
Instantly, you know, Masvidal said, let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's do a rematch. I mean, as big as this event was, I can't see it being any smaller necessarily the second time around. Does that interest you right away?
No, it doesn't interest me right away. I think that, you know, I got asked a couple questions tonight. You know, Diaz comes on the later rounds. If this fight had gone later, they didn't stop it, what would have happened, whatever. But it didn't. It got stopped with cuts, and Masvidal looked very dominant, and he looked good. He's looked good all year. He's had nothing but great fights all year, and you know, if anybody's the fighter of 2019, it's definitely that kid.
You said no interest in running back the main BMF fight. Why?
The rematch?
Yeah.
Well, Diaz has to get sewed up tonight. Then, and in 4 weeks, he's got to have plastic surgery to get all the cartilage out of his, you know, his eyebrows or whatever the doctor was telling me. He's got to have some work done. I think that right now, Masvidal, like I said earlier, has had an amazing year. He's going to move on to something else. I'm not saying that Diaz and Masvidal might not end up facing each other again. Just not something that I'm looking at right away.
I was just wondering if you talked to Nick, or did you see him backstage?
I just said hi to him. We didn't talk about anything, no.
Okay, so he didn't indicate to you at all if he's at all interested in coming back, or?
No. I honestly don't think Nick Diaz will fight again.
Lightweight division, there's been reports that Khabib and Tony might be fighting in March or April. Is that what you're targeting at this moment in time?
Yeah. Yep. No, we're working on that.
Alexander Gustafsson retired earlier this year, but would you like to see him back in the UFC?
Yeah, no, we definitely talked to him, and he definitely wants to fight again.
I heard a lot of comments. I read a lot of media stuff, people talking about when the later the fight goes, or if the fight hits the ground, or in certain situations, I'd be outworked and outclassed. Not happening. I want somebody to pull up a fight that I've faded in the 4th or 5th round. That's not going to happen. What happened in the 3rd was just going to keep happening in the 4th and in the 5th. I haven't eaten either, so. I don't know. That's good pizza. I was ready to fuck him up. Keep going, man. Nate's a fucking dog, though. Because those same shots I've hit, a lot of people, I pulled him like a long chair. You literally got to kill that dude. I said in every interview leading up to this, or it wasn't a line, man. You got to kill that dude. That's exactly how we saw the fight playing out. We'll touch him up in the chin. If he's still there after I touch him up in the chin, we'll work the body, and we'll go back to the chin. We'll win the wrestling scrambles. We'll win the clinch work. And he'll just get tired from the damage that we're putting out. I have one of the best gas tanks in this division. I'm going to prove it at some point against everybody. You know, I didn't feel that I was getting tired, you know, at all. I think he was a little bit more tired because he had to step on the gas a little harder than I did, you know, especially with the body shots I was landing. Are we going to rematch tomorrow, next week? I don't know, but it will happen at some point, you know.
Would you prefer it be next, or would you be open to other fights first?
I'm open to the money, and he's a money fight. If Canelo wants to get his ass kicked, that's a fight I'll take, you know. I'm just here to get the biggest checks possible, but Nate is in the future for a fact. You know, we're doing it next year, the year after that, but it's gonna happen.
You just said if Canelo wants to get it, right? When did that idea, possibility come into your mind?
I don't know. I like to break his face, man. Just fight, just test myself. Make a lot of money for testing myself, but I truly feel I can make it 1-1 MMA versus boxing.
Plays out, but I think in a lot of people's minds, if Colby Covington beats Kamaru Usman next month, it's the fight people want to see. How close of an eye are you going to be keeping on that fight?
if I have trouble sleeping, I hang out, smoke weed, and fucking pass out and eat a lot of food and stuff. I don't need to see that fight, so I won't be watching that shit. And that's just math speaking. I mean, who the fuck have they knocked out? I got more stoppages this year than them their whole fucking career combined. That's just math, though. You can look it up. I got a lot of things to do in my book before I close it off. Before I close this chapter and move on to the next in my life, I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm getting out these pages filled out. If I get fight of the year, now I can give a fuck less. But my own personal goals and stuff, I will have them met before this career of mine is done. I got about 3 to 4 more years for you guys to enjoy this violence, so tune in.
Conor McGregor said that he is going to come back January 18th.
If he fights and gets a victory, and he wants this, and some of you motherfuckers are mean, man, because you know what the fuck I'll do to that little dude, bro. I'll fuck that little guy up, man. He's a fucking midget. I get it why people want to see him hurt for the stunts he's been pulling, but he don't want this shit. He's just talking so he can get his name out there. He was cheering for Nate. He wanted to run it back with Nate. You think he's at home seeing that fight saying, I want to fight that dude? That dude ain't retarded. You see, he punches old people in the face because those are fights that he could win. He don't want this shit.
And with you, do you think...
I'm sorry. More pizza.
More pizza over here.
I'm running out of pizza. I'm about to walk out this motherfucking interview. More pizza, please. Hurry up, somebody. And then New York, they fucking turned on me, man. Boo the doctor and shit. Don't boo me. I'm the one that did the fucking damage. It's not my fault. I want to keep going. I'm a fucking dog, man. I want to see the person with no life in him when I'm done. It's not my fault. I had a good run in 19. It's going to be better 2020. I guarantee you that.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, man.
Non-stop fight camp. I think I could have used a little more time. My eye was already shit from my last fight. And anyways, you sneeze on me, I bleed. You know what I'm saying? Blood don't hurt, just in case nobody knows. It's just there. I don't like to make it see. You've heard it before, probably, but I had a knee injury about 3 weeks ago, and it kept me from running. And that's why I tell all my boys all the time, if you're gonna be fighting people, you have to run. You have to run hard, and you have to do rounds. You have to spar and you have to run. That's key, you know. So I didn't have that, and I don't feel like I had the confidence that I usually had in my cardio. I knew I could make it 5 rounds for sure, no matter what. But I couldn't keep the pressure. I didn't have the confidence to keep the pressure I usually keep because I want to make sure I pace that out good.
Do you want to run this back right away, or are there other fights that interest you?
I would love to run it back. That's the only thing I want to do, and that's my full intention now. Fuck The Rock too, man. That motherfucker over here playing me. See him over here smiling with Masvidal. Should have had Mike Tyson handing out a belt if anybody. I didn't give a fuck about no belt anyway, but he could get it too. I believe I deserve a rematch. I've given mine, and like I said, the president came out and all this stuff. Man, ain't no president never came out for no fight. You know what I'm saying? And on the bottom, and I was hearing him. I was like, "Where you at, motherfucker?" And then he spit it back. Oh, I'm right here. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I hear you starting to fade away. I think it's gonna start getting better for me. And then I go back to my corner, and I'm telling my corner over here, they're talking to me. I'm like, hey, Ken, let's calm down a little bit. And I'm looking over here. I'm like, yeah, I think this guy's easing up. I think if it's gonna get better for me, it's gonna start getting better for me right now. And then the guy's like, oh, I'm like, no, we good. We good. And he's like, okay, we're good. And we goes over and he stops the fight. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? That pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? It makes me really mad.
Also, you mentioned before that The Rock can get it as well. What exactly did you mean by that? What was it that The Rock did?
Nigga, he's on that side. Fuck him. I'm on the West Coast side. Mike Tyson should have been here anyway. He's the baddest man on the planet, right? He should have been the one. He should have been the one over here. I'm over here on The Rock, huh? You guys caught me under a bad time, but you know what I'm saying? The Rock's cool. You know what I'm saying? But he picked the wrong side. He picked another side, so he could get it too. He could get his ass whipped too. Straight up. With all due respect, he could get it too.
Was it him smiling on Jorge? What do you mean by him?
No, I just know he was on his side. He's got to be though. He's from the same town and all that. Saying he got to be. And I was like, it's the same as every cut. It's the same thing as every cut. I have the same cut every time. After I lost fought Pettis, I went back and trained like a week later, and I split it right back open. You know what I'm saying? Like halfway, I was like, damn, this thing cuts right back open every time. And then when he said that to me, it looked like your eyeball wasn't falling out. I like that. My homie, I was like, hey, is my eyeball about to fall out? And he's like, no, it's the same like last time. I was like, man, this dude's being over dramatic about it. So that's what he does though. He goes like, oh man, I think that he didn't stand a chance in there, man. It's good they stopped doing. They didn't.
What do you say to the irony that something called the baddest motherfucker is decided by a cut?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't make it official, right? It's not official. He deserves everything he gets, man. He's a great fighter and been around for a long time. Hey, Jorge Masvidal, I'm coming for you. That's my plan from here on out. It's good talking to everybody. I'm going to get going. Thank you very much.
CBA, never said, I've been on my grind for 7 days. Need a race, sweating